Hello everybody and welcome, this is Chernit, and this is the Redstone testing server. So I'm going to be showing you kind of the ins and the outs of Redstone. In this episode in particular is going to be about sources of redstone, so that's all your pressure plates and torches and buttons and levers and such, and also some basic properties of redstone. For which this is redstone ore. You might recognize this, and when you and when you interact with it, when you touch it, whatever, it starts glowing, but it doesn't actually produce a signal. I was going to show that, but I accidentally broke it. Anyway, this is a block of redstone, and this is made by putting 9 pieces of redstone in a crafting table, the little redstone you get from the ore, and this will always be on. As you can see, it's activating this redstone, and it's making the redstone lamp be on. This is a wooden button. It's made by 1 piece of wood, of wooden planks of any kind. I just used oak because it was the first thing I saw in the creative menu. And when you right-click on it, it activates a short burst of redstone, and then it stops. Same thing with the stone button. The only difference is if you shoot a wooden button, it stays on until either you go and collect the arrow or the arrow despawns in, I believe, a minute. But if you shoot a stone button, nothing happens. Well, an arrow and a button, but that doesn't really count. So next is the lever. 2 states, on and off. Off, obviously it's not producing any redstone. Lamp stays off. On, it does that, and this will stay on until you flip the switch again, or it gets broken by water. Redstone torch is a lot like the redstone block. It will always be on, always producing a full-strength redstone signal. But unlike the piston over here, it cannot be moved, or unlike the redstone block over here, it cannot be moved by a piston. Now, redstone will travel 16 blocks. Here's block 16 right here. Block 17, it's not lit up. Won't light up. Here's the 16th block right here. Will light up. And if you put on the 16th block something to refresh the signal, like this redstone repeater, which I'll be showing you guys in the next episode, it keeps going for another 16 blocks. Now we have the next items, which are the pressure plates. This is a heavy pressure plate made by 2 iron ingots, and when you put it on, when you stand on it, it goes 1 block, and it will go 1 block until you put 10 items on it, and they have to be different items because the way that items down on the ground work is that they'll they'll just group into one and it counts it as 1. So if you have 10 entities, players, mobs, whatever, or 10 items, or a combination of both, obviously not players because they pick up the items, but then it'll go 1 more, and then 1 more, and then 1 more, and on and on and on for 16 blocks. This is a gold pressure plate, which is like the light pressure plate, which is made same way with gold. And it is like this, it's like the heavy pressure plate, only the light pressure plate, every new item you put on, it goes another piece of redstone. So if I throw down, I'm good at this, and that went into my inventory. So if I put 1, then it goes 2. Now, here is the classic stone pressure plate, and this will go on. But this will only go if a player or a mob stands on it. The wooden pressure plate is like all the other pressure plates, however, an item on it will activate it, like the wooden button versus the stone button. This is a daylight sensor, and so as long as it senses that it is daylight out, it will stay on. And I'm not going to show you guys practical applications of this yet until I have the things that modify redstone, i.e. repeaters, comparators, etc. But here's a little application of this. This is a NOT gate, which is one of the first gates we'll be talking about in a couple of episodes. And as long as it's day, this will be producing a redstone signal, which turns this torch off, which turns this lamp off. But the second it turns to night, this will turn off, like this. The redstone signal from here stops, the torch will turn back on, and the light will turn on. So... and now we wait. Boom! So now it's night. This daylight sensor went off. I don't know why this one hasn't. I don't know why this is still producing a signal. It shouldn't. Well, I'm gonna cut that part out. The next thing I have to show you... oh, there we are. Maybe I'm not gonna cut that part out. It just took longer than I expected. Probably because the sun wasn't far enough down. So the next thing is, well, I kind of just showed. There is the detector rail. When a minecart place goes over it, it produces a redstone signal. And when something's not on it, it stops making a redstone signal. Now, the next thing we have to show is the trapped chest. And this is made by a tripwire hook, which is on exhibition over there, and a regular chest. And what happens is, when you open the chest, it produces a redstone signal. This is really good for PvP traps, as is pressure plates, and as is this, the tripwire. So you make the tripwire hook like this, and tripwire is just string. And they can go any distance, and when you walk on it, both of these produce a redstone signal. And this can be used, obviously, for traps quite effectively. Now, this is one of the last. This is the last thing I'm going to be showing you, and this is kind of another one of the basic properties of redstone. Like, it can only travel 16 blocks. It gets washed away by water, which I didn't actually show you, but I can just tell you that. And that is, it will go through blocks, opaque blocks, but it will not go through transparent blocks, such as glass. You can see through glass. Leaves, it doesn't go through either. And you also can't place torches on leaves. And it will not go through fences of any kind, netherrack or regular, or walls. I didn't show you all of them, but as you can see, with the wood, redstone torch goes on, activates this, and it's able to go straight through. These, not so much, and I'm getting horrible frame rate. It's down to 4. I know, it's down to 2. I don't know what's causing this, but fortunately, that's the episode. I'm a little bit scared. I'll see you next time when we'll talk about things that modify redstone. So, please remember to like, favorite, subscribe, etc. if you enjoyed this. You'll get some... I would love some feedback. Yeah, and this has been Turner on the Redstone testing server.